Welcome to the midweek meta report. I do this every once in a while. I want to start going into this a little bit more. Every Monday, I do a budget deck list, 3 to 5 decks that'll get you to climb the standard ladder with low cost. And then I want to just look at a midweek meta report. So I made this shiny new cool logo and everything like that. I never used it sporadically, little bits here and there. Let's talk about the last 7 days of the meta right now. I'm just going to go through a couple of different scenarios. So I looked at Platinum right now, and this is the last 7 days with the new Perils in Paradise going on. Obviously, that's the newest, latest, and greatest. And I wanted to look, first of all, let's look at the win rates. So look at the win rates here for the last few days now. Paladins doing Paladin things. Shamans doing Shaman things, which is funny too because 2 cards, so there's 2 cards from Shaman, I believe 1 from Paladin. They're getting buffs tomorrow at the balance patch, and look at how high those are. And then of course you've got Mage and you've got Warrior right there next to Druid. So there's 5 decks that are above 5 classes, excuse me, that are above 50% average win rates, and then the rest of them aren't as good. Maybe they'll do something for Rogue to get it out of the dumpster, because it's a little bit in the dumpster. Let's go over the rest of these. So yeah, we're gonna look at the meta and we're gonna look by class. We're gonna see how things are going. I'm doing Platinum. I'm doing the last 7 days. We'll see. In terms of Death Knight, listen, Corpsicle and Frost is the only thing in Platinum right now. Plague has lost its luster. That was the biggest, greatest thing. Rainbow's eked a little bit. Let's see if Rainbow moves anything as I get lower. Let's go to Silver with Rainbow, and there you go. It goes right back up to 51%. So you're playing Rainbow. If you're playing, yeah, Plague is not even there. Let's look all the way Bronze to Gold to see Plague. Plague is down. So look, Plague is 49%, Bronze through Gold. Plague used to be great. This was one of the decks that you could have gotten as a free-to-play player. Not doing so good. So yeah, if you want to climb or what have you as you're going through, you got Corpsicle Death Knight and you have Rainbow Death Knight. Demon Hunter is essentially, listen, it's Pain Demon Hunter or Pirate Demon Hunter, and that's probably all it is. And Pirate goes less. Okay, so Pirate's fine. I've clicked Legend here and Diamond or what have you. So Pirate and Pain is up above 50% win rates. Look at this other. I love these others where it's just low, 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 and then Demon Hunter's other is 31.3%. Druid, yeah, Druid, you got Concierge, you got Dragon, you have Treant. If there's any cards that need to be nerfed, it would be Druid, in my opinion. There's just a lot to go for. Hydration Station, the other one that lets you have 3 extra mana or what have you. Concierge is up no matter where you go. Look at this. Concierge all the way to Legend, 53%. So you're doing good if you're playing Concierge Druid. Spell Token Hunter is the only thing in Platinum. Spell Token Hunter is the only thing in Diamond. Breakfast Hunter, that's the one with eggs and the pig for bacon, and that's 50.7%. That one's not doing too great, but you do have options. Listen, as you go Bronze to Gold, there's a lot of variation because there's a lot of decks being played. So Secret Hunter's doing pretty good in Gold. Beast Hunter's pretty good in Gold. Highlander Hunter's expensive, but it's good in that. But there's nothing once you get even further than that. Yeah, look at this. Legend Breakfast Hunter's at 50%. That's nuts. Mage is not doing great. Elemental Mage or bust. Spell Mage done. Rainbow Mage done. There was the Mining Mage going on, but nothing. And then Elemental Mage is the only thing saving you if you're a Mage main across the board. Let's look at this one. Flood Paladin, you know what Paladin's gonna do. Paladin, you can go anywhere right now with Flood, Hand Buff, or Mining. There's a deck that I pulled. I know that I got it from Tito Santana, but I don't know if he's the one that originated that deck, and it's just fun. Mining Paladin, and you could tell right here it's pretty strong. Is it strong as Flood? No, but they carry the same similarities. Cool thing about Paladin is if you're playing one of these archetypes, you can switch to any one of the other ones. It's pretty easy. They're all the same type of, dust amounts. Yeah, look at that. I went all the way through. Let's go to Legend. Boom. I mean, the only thing is Paladin loses a little bit of luster at Legend. It doesn't matter. It's still a great deck. You could go ahead if you like playing Paladin, go all the way up to Platinum for mining, and then just switch from, mining to Flood and Hand Buff. And look at that, 53.6%. So your ratio is pretty good there. What else? Priest is not doing great. Priest has only got Zarimi, and that was at gold. Let me go all the way up to Legend and see what's happening. 55%, so that's not bad, but you just don't see a lot of Priest right now, which is a shame too, because Zarimi is pretty fun. Automaton Priest is also very fun. You just can't win with it. I was playing around with that. I think I did like 3 games, and yeah, it's just, you just get smoked before you have a chance to do all the fun automaton stuff. Rogue. Yeah, Elemental Rogue. Now we know why Rogue is on the bottom of the barrel right now. Let's go through a little bit more. Yeah, Elemental Rogue is the only thing. Makes perfect sense with Lamplighter. But of course, Lamplighter's getting an adjustment, so maybe Elemental will be even worse. No, but I also think there's going to be buffs for some Rogue cards. So maybe it'll get up there. We'll see what happens. Shaman has got options here, and some of the cards are getting buffed for Shaman. So Elemental's very good. Pirate's pretty good. There's an other that's pretty good. Let's go all the way to Legend with Shaman and see what's up. Yeah, you're pretty good if you're playing Shaman. If Shaman's your class, you're good to go. And then Warlock went through some crazy stuff. I used to love playing Warlock all the time. And then when it got to the pain and they got to Insanity, it just wasn't as fun for me. Listen, to each your own. That doesn't mean anything. But yeah, if you're playing the lower ranks, Sludge will get you going, Insanity will get you going, Pain will get you going, which was another thing I thought during the theory craft, that there was just not enough healing for Pain Warlock to get you going. But it's obviously doing pretty good. I just went all the way up to Diamond. Let's go to Legend. Pain Warlock is very, very good, so Pain will get you to Legend. And then listen, Warrior's got a little bit of busted things going on. Warrior has some strong cards. Rye Cleaver's getting buffed. I know that for a fact. So maybe we'll see some crazy things, but the only thing getting you anywhere is Control Warrior. And yeah, that's at Legend. It's at 50% win rate, so not that much. And Control Warrior is the only one that's above 50%. Obviously, there's a lot of variance to these conversations that we're having. This is just one small subset, and thank you to hsreplay.net for having awesome data. But this does not mean that, oh yeah, if you're not playing these specific 4 or 5 classes or 4 or 5 decks, you're never gonna win anything. Let's look at some cards. Let's see what cards are going crazy right now. In terms of which cards are being played right now, we're going to look at last 7 days, because that's what we're talking about, because it's the midweek. Last 7 days, let's just look at gold to average things out and look at the percentage of decks. We're going to do all cards. Look at this, 61% Ziliax. 61% Ziliax. It's getting a nerf tomorrow. I saw it. It says it was something from the ticking part, where it's the cost depending on what you have. I don't think it's enough. Ziliax is still broken. Across the board, it's just super prevalent in all decks, all archetypes. If you have it, you can put it into any deck and you will be good. Marin the Manager, this makes sense. I'm okay with this one because this was a free card, and for the budget player, any type of player, plus it is a very good card. But yeah, why wouldn't you play this if you're given a free legendary? Gorgon Zormu, that's another one. This one, I did this a couple of days after Perils in Paradise launched, and the same thing happened here. It was pretty high up there, and it makes perfect sense. Sleep Under the Stars, that's what I was talking about. That should have had some sort of nerf. This one here, Choose Thrice. It's silly for you not to be playing this. New Heights makes sense. Yogg Saron, here we go. Let's just do some neutrals. Let's do neutrals only. Yogg Saron was absolutely one that's being played 100%. Why wouldn't you play this one? Imagine how it was before it was nerfed. It's crazy. And then you'll see a lot of elementals here. Look at this. All of them elementals, the last 4. Why? Because they're cheap. the cards are, the cards are less expensive. They're not crazy, epics or legendaries or what have you. And the Lamplighter card makes any elemental deck awesome right now. So this makes perfect sense. Tidepool Pupil is an amazing card as well. So you could throw this in any deck as long as you have several spells, and then boom, you're getting one of those spells back, and you get to discover which one you want. So there's a lot of synergy that you can put there. ETC is amazing. This card will be around and be prevalent until it goes out of standard, and then listen, it's still going to be around in wild. Flame Revenant, Elemental. That's understandable. Elemental. Miracle Salesman. We know why tradable is so good, so we know why this one's in there. It just makes sense. And then Reno's got 12% in the past 7 days. That's pretty interesting. Everybody thought that Reno was broken. Well, I don't think it is. 12% is not terrible. Yeah, and the next one, Elemental. Gold Panner, we know this. These are all situational. These are all good cards. You can see here, all these cards are common. Some of these are. Dirty Rat is still one of them. And then, listen, we're not going to go into any more of them. That's the midweek meta report. If you're interested in seeing this every week, I'd like to just talk about the meta here and there across the board, not specific to, a budget player, but to every player. And maybe I'll throw in here next time some decks that I could add. Like, hey, this is the top 3 decks you should be playing. I don't want to use just hsreplay.net. I'll pull a couple of cool decks, and it might be like cheap ones. It might be super expensive ones. You don't know what you're going to get. But yeah, look at the cool icon, the cool logo that I made for this, the midweek meta report, and that's it for the midweek meta report. I will be done talking, and I will see you in the next video.